Love it. That's awesome. All right. Why did you sell the James Wiseman card? What was your thought on listing that? Given that he's injured and on a good team and kind of, like he might be at the I'm not saying like I think I know why you did it. I'm trying to get your answer, but like I just think it's good for the audience to hear like he's a guy that has been hyped up in the hobby. He was the second overall pick. He's on a great team. In theory, he could be at the bottom of his value because he just hasn't played in a long time. So was it the card? Was it the lack of belief in the player? Did you I don't think you need the money, but did you need the money? Like what was your
Well,
thought process on the Wiseman sale?
um, I there, I might have made a mistake there in selling, and I don't think there's a mistake when you make profit on the card, but it was a short-term profit. Uh, the price I paid the card versus the price I sold it was, I mean, the seller needed money, not because he was broke or anything, because he was going on a show and wanted to make sure he had the kind of money to buy, I think a 4 or 5 figure card that he was really chasing. So I had a great deal on the card. And when the Garland card came in, I actually was listing my stuff on my slabs, and I said, well, I'm going to list it at this price. And if I can get it, it's just going to help me, get
Yeah.
my, I also purchased 2021 Topps Chrome Formula One box, which I'm going to keep sealed for now. But I mean, these are, big bucks for someone who's starting in the hobby. And I was okay with taking a good profit now on the card. Like I said, the buyer still had a very in market price. Wiseman's going to come back. He's going to play with Curry. I think the Warriors are going to have a good playoff run. So I mean, for me, it was a good win-win transaction. So could I have this card graded? I think also it had a good shot at a PSA 10 and sell it for, I don't know, $1,000 or something in the long run. I could, but I mean, I decided to cash out now, take a profit. It's not that I don't believe in Wiseman. I still have 2 of his other rated rookie variations that I can, still sell and wait with these cards to see if we grade it or if I sell them raw. So that was my play there.
So what was the Wiseman card that you sold?
It was Donruss Choice Red Choice. I don't know how they call it exactly. Choice
Okay.
Red Auto.
Okay, cool.
Beautiful card.
Yeah. So
Beautiful card.
yeah. Yeah, for sure. So that makes sense. So I think like just to break this down for the audience, like um when you have a card that is like a short printed or an insert auto, it may or may not be serial numbered, but that
It was
definitely
numbered out of
differentiates the
99.
card. There you go. So it checked all the boxes. It's like high hyped guy, auto, serial numbered, like in special insert with a color, color variation. Those check for those of you, like there's a lot of you listening and watching that already know this, but there's probably even more of you that don't know this, and that is and this is a lesson that I learned really, I want to say the hard way, but definitely like spent some money on a lot of base cards. Whereas like if I would have taken all the money I spent on base cards in 2021 and put it into like 10 cards like the one Greg just talked about, then these are the cards that not only hold value, so they have a much higher floor, but they also they will spike huge when the player has a moment. But even if the player like Wiseman has had nothing but negative news for like the last 9 months, they still can appreciate in value. So like this is why I asked you, Greg, because like I think it's a good point to the audience is like buying the right card can make up for the fact that it's not the right player. And buying the wrong card, even if you have the right player, you're still gonna have like a really low ceiling. Like
Yeah.
had this been a like Carl Anthony Towns put up 60 points
Yesterday.
Monday night. This is airing on Friday. So So Monday night, March 14th, Karl Anthony Towns put up 60 points. But if you have like a base PSA 10 of Karl Anthony Towns, that's not going to like spike. It might go up a little bit, but it's not going to spike. But if you have even a James Wiseman, like who's done nothing in the last 9 months, if you have the right card, then that's going to that chances to so the right card can make up for being the wrong player. So I think that's a good lesson and good sale, because sometimes you just got to move out of things, and that's a segue into kind of my sales. I'll start with my sales and then my purchases recently. So I've been selling a lot of, and this was all part of the plan. Last year I acquired a lot of stuff, had it graded, wanted to do that because I wanted to go through the experience of the grading process. Still waiting to get about 175 cards back from PSA, but luckily I got those in at the really, really low price point, $12 a card. But in the meantime, I had a bunch of cards graded by SGC because I wanted to like touch and feel that process and learn from it. And so now I'm selling graded base cards basically over and over and over again. So this past week sold a Ja Morant PSA 10 Optic rookie, 2019 Optic rookie. And that had to be the right player at the right time to even really get my money back or make any money back on a base card. So I've sold some Pedri Mega Cracks. Mega Cracks are really, really hard to get a good grade on. So I sold a Pedri Mega Cracks 8.5. 8.5 is like a high grade for a Mega Crack. My highest Mega Crack card is a 9. There might be a 9.5 somewhere, but I really think it's a 9 SGC. So SGC Pedri 8.5 Mega Cracks 2020 rookie. Great card. I've got a bunch of them. Sold one of those for I think $45 on my slabs, which really honestly breaking even on that because the cost of the raw card was about $10. The cost of the grading was $30. I'm selling it for $45. I think I get $44 because my slabs has lower fees. So really kind of, breaking even, getting a few dollars out of those cards. But what I'm doing is I'm listing, and this is what I talked to Kendall about last week on the show, is my strategy for the National. It's not that I don't think that these are good cards. It's just that for me, it was always part of my plan. Profit or loss or break even. I wanted to grade a bunch of my old cards, acquire some cards to grade, have this massive cards, and then sell all of them, kind of get back down to zero. And in the process, I've been a lot more selective with my acquisitions. So my acquisitions.
You got to learn, man. There's a learning process for everyone in there.
Thanks everybody for your questions. Sportscardstrategy.com. I'm Paul Hickey with nooffseason.com. Thank you for watching and listening to the Sports Card Strategy Show with my man co-host Greg Lanctot. Greg, great having you here today. We were brought to you by Market Movers app. MarketMoversApp.com by Sports Card Investor. Go there. Use the promo code NOOFFSEASON, all lowercase, to save 20%. And we will see you back here soon. Everybody, thanks and have a great day.